The art of using parables in your content creation. When I said that your journey into building your personal brand will involve storytelling, I meant it. Because in all of your content, every interaction you have with others, it will involve storytelling. And now that you're aware of this, you'll notice it in every communication you make with others. As you guys learned in Russell's video, a parable is a simple story that is used to illustrate a moral or a lesson. It's like a metaphor brought to life through narrative, and we use parables to illustrate our experiences, turning them into powerful brand building pieces of content. One of the reasons why I love parables is because it allows us to use our own personal experiences to create content from, to sell ourselves, to sell our products or services, and ultimately to build our personal brand. Throughout my years of working with clients as a social media consultant, one of the most common excuses I get for not creating content is that they don't have any ideas for content, or that they don't know what to talk about or create. And when we look at this from a different perspective, documenting versus creating, which we'll dive into that deeper in another video, so hold that thought. This different approach changes it all for us, because all of us, every single one of you, have daily challenges, obstacles that arise in your business or in your personal life that you can draw inspiration from and use to teach a valuable lesson for your audience. This is how we create valuable content with integrity. The key is to make this mindset shift, to be able to bring awareness to the situation, to the challenge that arises, be above it and think, how can I use this as a way to share something that I learned with my audience? Oftentimes we just go through the experiences and don't realize that these are the very exact experiences that we can use to help others. It is extremely powerful when we use our vessel as the conduit for what can be incredibly powerful messages. Think of it like this. Think of it as you were the vessel that was given the opportunity to go through the challenge or obstacle, the unique challenge or obstacle that you went through. And now it is your responsibility as a leader to share it with others. All right, so let's go a bit deeper into why this content creation strategy is super important and powerful for your personal brand. Using parables gives you the opportunity to create authenticity. This is how we actually do it now, because we can share our content from a real life experience, and this instantly creates authenticity in our content. Not only are you providing value, you're giving your audience a piece of your true self. This is one ingredient to making your personal brand relatable, trustworthy, and genuinely engaging. And the other thing, since we're on the subject of authenticity, it is easy to confuse authenticity with vulnerability. These two traits in your content are very closely related, but they look much different in your content, and they should. And you're going to hear me say this again. You can be authentic without being vulnerable, but you cannot be vulnerable without being authentic. Now, we're going to be focusing on authenticity because in the next video, we dive deeper into what it means to be vulnerable. Being authentic is nothing else than just being yourself, just being you, just being you. That's it, without any single fucking thought about what others think or how this is going to look or how fancy your content is. And this is where a lot of you will find it challenging, because that right there is the battle, right? It isn't always black and white like that, and it's easier said than done. Being authentic is also about being consistent. It's about being consistent with your values, your beliefs, and your personality, and making sure that they are consistent and genuine across all of your platforms. And this goes even deeper. It is about making sure that integrity holds your two worlds together, meaning that the life that you present in the digital realm is consistent with the life that you live in the physical realm. This is why using parables is a key strategy, because when you use your own real life experiences, you can do it from a place of integrity. So you're not making anything up, right? So let me give you some examples of how you can be authentic without being vulnerable. Maybe you're somebody who cusses. Like, just naturally, it is your personality to cuss, right? You want to throw an F-bomb here and there. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I definitely don't think so. I'll drop some F-bombs here and there. However, to many of you, when you show up on social media, it may feel or seem unprofessional. And so you don't present your true self as you would in person for fear of being judged by others. So are you really being authentic because you're changing who you really are for the fear of being judged? Maybe it's talking about things that are taboo when it's something that you're really passionate about and you just want the world to hear your perspective because it's that damn important and you want to share and you have a right to share it. We could argue that this also requires some vulnerability, because which they do go hand in hand, but this definitely ties more into being authentic or being your true self, speaking your voice because it is who you are and what you believe in. For a lot of people, being authentic is hard to do on social media for a lot of reasons. But the primary reason why I believe most people struggle with it is because of their lack of expression. And I don't mean your lack of self-expression. I mean in how it is expressed or shared on social media. The art aspect of crafting your content in a way that provides value. And here's something that you should write down. Okay, a piece of advice that has helped both Nettie and I share parables in our content. Here it is. Okay, you ready? Wait until you have fully processed the experience before you share it in the digital world. A lot of times these parables can be vulnerable. Sometimes it is vulnerable experiences that provide the most valuable lessons. And so we need this time and space to process. Allow yourself the time and space to process the experience until you have reached the point of understanding before you share it on social media. Sometimes we're too quick to go and share this vulnerable experience or this hardship experience on social media. And even that right there kills some of that authenticity from it, because then it feels like we're doing this solely to share on social media and not ever really being present with the experience itself. So maybe it's something that you go through the experience, feel the experience, feel all the emotions, embrace the experience. There's no need to share on social media right away, but I will add that while you're going through any challenges, fears, or failures in your life, or any tragedies, document those times if it feels right. Pull out your phone and document it if that is what it calls for. Maybe there is a very valuable lesson to be taken from, and you just don't have the capacity in the moment because whatever it is that you're going through, you're wanting to be present in that moment. However, something comes through, a message comes through that you want to share at some point, and it may be worth just capturing the moment as it is to then later on share when you are in a place of understanding or in a better place to be able to craft your message in a way that provides value for your audience. Maybe you want to write about it, whether it's in your journal or in your notes on your phone, with no intention of sharing it right away. Almost like a just in case. My friends, these are all opportunities for content. Remember, you are a leader. Your duty as a leader when you overcome challenges is to be able to bring the wisdom back to your people, meaning creating content to share your message. And if you do something like this, the key is remembering to come back to it. You have to be organized and also have given it enough detail so that when you do come back to it, you can continue flowing with that thought. If you wait too long, it'll be more challenging. And sometimes you may completely lose that thought. That definitely has happened to me before. So by giving yourself some space and time before you share on social media, this allows you to share your content from an empowered place. Remember, anytime that you do share a parable, the goal is to teach and provide value. Avoid this mistake, okay? Do not use social media as if it were a journal. This is a common mistake that a lot of people make. They share their vulnerability, but don't provide any real value from it. It's almost like they just did it for attention, and you want to avoid this always because it can come off that way. And that is why you need to have already developed your message and what the post is going to be about. So my friends, make this mind shift in your daily life. Think about how your experiences can be framed as parables. How can your story teach, inspire, and resonate with others? Every experience, big or small, has the potential to be a powerful message for your audience. All right, my friends, if anything came up for you, any hesitations, any reservations that came up for you when it comes to being authentic, let me know down in the comments below, because your insights are super helpful in helping both Nereda and I curating more content so that we can continue to support you and help you and others navigate the digital world. All right, thank you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.